Well, good evening, friends, and welcome to the Good Friday service here at University Christian Church. We're glad that you were here. And I want to start by saying that Good Friday is not something that we in our culture are really good at. We don't always know what to do with a day like today. We aren't good at sitting in our grief. Oftentimes we want to try to fix things. We want to try to rush through it, to get past that, to get to something more comfortable. But that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. We're going to be present in it. I want to let you know that this is a contemplative service, so it will be a little bit more quiet than we are used to. There will be room for silence. And over the course of the next hour or so, we will walk together with the course of that first Good Friday, into the garden and through the trial, to the cross, the silence. And we're not going to rush. We're not going to skip ahead. As William Sloane Coffin, one of my favorite theologians and preachers, once said, the only way to get to Easter is to go through Good Friday. And there are no detours. I want to let you know that the music tonight is in the hands of a gifted Elizabeth Wills, who is a singer and a songwriter and is also one of our own. She will be accompanied by Shannon Moore as well. Her music, if you've ever heard her, is honest and grounded, and it is tender. And as such, there is no better companion on a night like tonight. So I want to invite you to take a deep breath, to settle in, and let the story be what it is. Friends, Easter is coming, but it's not here yet. And there is something holy about the waiting and the preparing and the being open to what is next. So will you join with me in this call to worship? Friends, we gather in the shadow of the cross.
Beneath the weight of sorrow, held in the mystery of love that suffers.
This is a holy day, a sacred silence.
Let us walk the path with Christ.
Crucified my Lord. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they nailed him to a tree? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord?
So Jesus went, as was his custom, to the Mount of Olives, and the disciples, they followed him. But then he withdrew from them, and he knelt down, and he began to pray. And he said, Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. In his anguish, he prayed even more earnestly. And when he rose from prayer, he found the disciples sleeping, exhausted by grief. And he said to them, why are you sleeping? Get up and pray that you might not come into this time of trial. And while he was still speaking, a crowd appeared. And among them was Judas, who approached him with a kiss. And Jesus said, Judas, it is with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man. And then they seized Jesus. And Jesus said, have you come out with swords and clubs as if I were some sort of a bandit? When I was with you day after day in the temple, you didn't lay hands on me then. But this is your hour and the power of darkness.
Love, hear my voice through the silence and the noise. Peace is welcome in, it's welcome in. Love, fill my heart, pull me close where I'm apart. Peace is welcome in, it's welcome in. Love, be my guide, even as I close my eyes. Love, be here now, be here now. It's all around. It's all around.
Those who had arrested Jesus took him to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders had gathered. Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard. A servant girl came to him and said, "You also were with Jesus." But he denied it before them all, saying, "I do not know what you're talking about." Later, another said, "This man was with Jesus of Nazareth." Again, he denied it with an oath, "I do not know the man." A little later, others came and said, "Surely you are one of them." Then Peter began to curse, and he swore an oath, "I do not know the man." At that moment, the cock crowed, and Peter remembered what Jesus had said. "Before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times." And he went out and wept bitterly.
Every time I think about you, every time I hear your name, every time that you ask about me, every time I feel the same, and I am lost, and I am found. Is it amazing or is it just grace? I can't see much but the lines on my face, and they trace some of my stories, and they trace some of my glories, and they know every tear that I can't erase. I've done my share of leaving, and God knows that I've been left behind. Everybody does their own brand of grieving. There's nothing special with mine. Is it amazing or is it just grace? I can't see much but the lines on my face, and they trace some of of my stories, and they trace some of my glories, and they know every tear that I can't erase. That I can. Is it amazing or is it just grace? I can't see much but the lines on my face, and they trace some of my stories, and they trace some of my glories. Every tear I can't erase.
They led Jesus to Pilate. Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not from this world." Pilate asked him, "So you are a king?" Jesus replied, "For this I was born, to testify to the truth. Everyone who belongs to the truth listens to my voice." Pilate asked him, "What is truth?" Going back to the crowd, Pilate said, "I find no case against him, but you have a custom that I release someone for you at the Passover. Do you want me to release for you the king of the Jews?" They shouted in reply, "Not this man, but Barabbas." Now Barabbas was a bandit. When power is misused and voices are silenced, Lord, have mercy. When the innocent are condemned and the guilty get to go free, Christ, have mercy. When we too fail to speak the truth, Lord, have mercy.
At the place called the Skull, they crucified Jesus, there with criminals, one on his right and one on his left. As they nailed him to the cross, he said, "Father, forgive them. They do not know what they are doing." The leaders scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he is the Messiah, God's chosen one." The soldiers taunted him and offered him sour wine. An inscription over him read, "This is the King of the Jews." Even one crucified beside him derided him. But the other said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." From noon on, darkness covered the land. And then Jesus cried out, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." And he breathed his last.
I come here to bear you my soul, to make this thing whole. I come here I run home just to find my way back to the love that I lack. I run home, and there is peace in the broken. There's peace in the fall. But if your heart is open, it's not empty at all. And the sweetest surrender I have ever known, or that I can remember, I was standing here alone. But I was not alone, no. I turn away just to prove that I can fight with all my stupid might. I turn away. I say to you know love will abide if you do not hide your hearts. I say to you, and there is a peace if your heart is open, it's not empty at all. And the sweetest surrender I have ever known. All that I can remember, I was standing here alone, but I was not alone, no, no. I come here to bear you my soul now, to make this thing whole. I come
Please join me in this reading. Joseph of Arimathea came, a disciple who had kept his faith hidden. He asked for the body of Jesus, and Pilate allowed it. Nicodemus came also, bringing spices for burial.
together. They took the body of Jesus and wrapped it with care.
Near the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb.
Because the tomb was near, they laid Jesus there.
We lay down what we cannot fix.
Christ, receive it.
We surrender what has died.
Christ, hold it.
We trust you with our waiting. Christ, be with us in the tomb.
Friends, go now into the stillness and grieve and wonder. But the story is not over. The silence of this night holds a sacred ache. So I invite you to leave this place quietly, trusting that even in the darkness, that God is still at work.